School sucks during quarantine. Hey guys, it's Sarah. School is being affected from college level all the way to elementary school kids. We all are being moved to online. It hasn't been so bad for me because I only had one in-person class and then an online class already and an independent study, which is what I'm doing right now. So mine hasn't been so bad, but oh my lord, for my friends I pray, because they have 5 classes and some of my friends are just in anatomy and in biology and in all of these crazy classes that I don't even know how they're gonna do online. And a lot of kids have been saying that they're taking online tests and they know the content, but they just can't finish the test quick enough, and so they failed the test. And I am somebody who enjoys online classes, so I'm okay because I would rather sit on my couch and do my work on my own time than go to class. But a lot of people cannot survive not going to class. They don't understand that way, they can't learn that way, they can't time manage that way, and it's made the lives of students so difficult. And people are paying, like at universities, thousands of dollars for an education to not even learn anything. People's lack of motivation has been really bad since this happened, because it's like now we're basically on summer break. We're not though. We have to keep up with our schoolwork, and that's been difficult. It's not only at the college level though, it is elementary school, junior high, and high school students. And those students have to learn 8 different subjects, and they're all learning from home. The parents are homeschooling their children and they don't even understand the content themselves or how to teach their kids, and kids are trying to reach out to teachers for help, and the teachers are doing the absolute best that they can, but it's hard to talk to so many students. For high school and junior high, maybe 800 kids. For elementary schools, less number, but you're trying to help everybody and it's just difficult. For this segment, we're going to be able to hear from an elementary school student, a middle school student, a high school student, and we're going to be able to hear from teachers who are junior high and elementary school. So let's see what they have to say about it.
E-learning is good. I mean, it was worse back then because a few weeks ago they would give you more work, but now they don't give you more work, and you get to have less time, and you get to spend less time on your e-learning, and they have a schedule, so it's not as confusing. But overall, e-learning is better now than before, and it made me change my mind about e-learning, and I like it now.
Going really good for me. My math is from 9 to 10 o'clock, and my language arts is from 10:15 to 11:15. It used to be different. It used to take more. My e-learning used to take more of the day, like my school day. But now e-learning has been more simpler and a little bit easier and a little bit shorter, which I like. I just think e-learning right now has been going better than it was before with the longer schedule. E-learning has been just a little bit better.
I definitely feel like I have a lot of mixed feelings about online school. I think that some of the positives is that teachers are giving us a ton of opportunities to raise our grades. Another positive is that teachers are super flexible with everybody's situation and understanding. Another positive is that it's easier to focus and there's less distraction around you, and that teachers are new to this and they're trying to make everyone feel comfortable. Some of the negatives though is that there's less resources and it's harder to ask questions. There's also less communication with my classmates, and I feel like there's more structure in school, and I just feel like we're not getting that online. But overall, I think that there's a ton of mixed feelings about online school, and I hope we return soon.
So for me, everything has changed. We are doing required lessons online. Weekly, we are doing Zoom meetings, Zoom office hours, and we're we're doing a little bit of grading at my school. And although there's been a lot of negatives with coronavirus, especially because I miss my students so much and I miss being at school and teaching in person, I think that actually coronavirus will make a positive impact on education, because I think we're realizing how inequitable education is and how we don't think about families and their access to certain resources like even food, technology, Wi-Fi, parents that work a lot, parents that don't speak English, older siblings that take care of younger siblings. And I think coronavirus is actually bringing all these situations more into the light. And I think hopefully that when we get back to school in person, that everything actually has a positive impact because of that. Because I've been seeing a lot, at least at my school, just of people giving grace to families, giving grace to students, people saying finally that mental health is really important, especially for our students. We always think of students as happy and carefree, but the reality is that a lot of them have a lot of stress, and a lot of the stress is from school. So I think we've been giving families a lot of help and just showing them that we're there for them and we're there for their kids, and that the kids, if they aren't doing well, if they aren't okay, then they have someone to come to at school. And so I hope that really impacts education better when we get back. And I'm really optimistic of what school is going to look like, and that hopefully we're less focused on grades and test scores and mastering the standards, and more focused on giving our kids what they truly need, which is love and attention, and giving them the resources that they can use to be successful in society, and hopefully someday be really, really happy and successful. So if you're a teacher, thank you. You're doing great. If you're a student or a family member of a student, I hope you're doing well, and just know how much all your teachers or your students' teachers miss you so, so much.
This pandemic has provided a very unique challenge for my students, and their learning of English has pretty much halted. They're at home with their families, and they're only speaking their home language, which tends to be Spanish for a majority of them. And so by the time school comes back around, it will have been nearly 6 months that many of them haven't been exposed daily with the English language. They are just in a community where there is not enough of them with access to materials, internet, and electronics for there to be a continuous learning. We've provided optional learning, but a majority of them don't do it, or they don't have parents consistently there with them to make sure that they are doing it. And so we are planning for the next steps as to what we're going to be doing when school comes back in the fall.
Alright guys, well that's it for this life in quarantine. I hope people that maybe aren't so into the education world can kind of see what we're dealing with here, because it's a lot, and it's stressful on our teachers, and it's stressful on our parents, and it's stressful on our students. So hopefully a second wave of this doesn't come through and we can start up school again in August, because it's so essential for people to have that social interaction, but just the education in general is something that's really important. So that's it guys. Stay healthy, stay well, and don't die with your music still inside of you. Bye guys.